Hey guys, what's going on? It has been a while since I've had just a little chat video, and I have a feeling that possibly some of the things I'm going to say in this video might be a little controversial. But I've been back into the fish hobby now for a little while, and I've just got some observations, some beliefs that I've come up with over time. So this is just going to be kind of a rambling video. And I just kind of want to go over some of the things I've learned and watched and observed. So, number one, with all the videos I've watched, and again, I'm not trying to say I'm some expert. Again, these are observations. I'm watching many different spectrums of the hobby and comparing them with my personal experiences. So, number one thing is, I think in the koi hobby especially, people are too focused on their fish and not focused enough on their water. And what I mean by that is, there's a couple guys I have watched that have always said, you're basically keeping care of water. The fish will take care of themselves. Fish have been around for millions of years without our help, okay? So again, we need to take care of the water. We need to stop worrying so much about what this or that will do to the fish, and worry more about what things affect the chemistry of water. Because again, the fish lives, breathes, is in the water constantly. And the reason I bring that up is, the more and more people in real life and on video, and I mean, I know they're kind of the same thing, but people I've spoke with and on video, the ones that are constantly messing with their fish are the ones that seem to constantly have problems with their fish. So I would say, wouldn't that tell you something? Again, quit worrying about the fish so much and worry about your water. And again, getting the perfect water parameters is not what I'm saying. It's keeping it consistent and knowing on a chemical level how all these things affect your water. Because everything you're doing to that water will affect the fish. So again, don't worry about the fish. Worry about the water. Figure out how to keep your water as consistent as possible. The next thing, I believe, after years of playing with this stuff and watching other things related to water, but also related to the aquariums and ponds, people that mess with their ponds, again, not the water, people that mess with their ponds the most seem to have the most issues. People that are worried about every little thing growing in a corner or on a liner, or I got a little debris here and there. And I'm not talking about, cleaning out your filter. I'm talking just ponds. Quit destroying the ecosystem that is trying to grow in your pond. The healthier that becomes, the better your fish will be. Period. It's that simple. You're knocking out stuff that is put in place by nature to help you do what you're trying to do. Same thing with aquariums. The more you mess with everything, the harder it is for nature to help you do what you're trying to do. When I was constantly tweaking this, tweaking that, doing this, doing that, I never really had huge issues, but I definitely had more issues than I do now. The only thing I focus on is keeping basically poop out of the water. Flush that filter once every couple days. I do my aquariums once a week, and the reason I do my aquariums only once a week is because they have live plants. My pond doesn't have any live plants. The live plants definitely help a lot with balancing stuff out. And I've had these tanks up and going now for about a year and a half, 2 years. And I decided, if you'll remember from an earlier video, I decided I was going to try a planted tank. Well, this one's newlier planted, if that's even a word, newlier planted, but the 55 has been going for a while and the plants are just going crazy. And I literally have to do my 10% water change like every couple weeks, and that's it. And the fish are doing phenomenal in there. They're healthy, colorful, the food, yeah, I mean, it's just everything. Everything's going good in that tank. With all the planting, my nitrate stays barely traceable. I mean, there's a little in there, but it's been amazing. It has been amazing. So the last thing, I guess, that I really want to bring up too, is if you are going to have a koi pond, I absolutely, undoubtedly, without hesitation, would recommend a trickle in, trickle out system. I put mine on, 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. I debated, I put it off for a long time, and I finally got it done this year, and there's a video on that. I got the filter in. Didn't show the install because, again, I was just trying to get it done. And it is absolutely the best thing I ever did for my pond. My maintenance has gotten to the point where all I do is flush my drum filter. And what I mean by flush is I take my pads, I bang them out, I flush the whole barrel, I purge my bottom drain, and the second that water's clear after coming out from the purge, I shut the valve back off. That's the outlet for my barrel. Put my pads back in, and boom, I'm done. I top it off with the hose, and the rest is just trickle in, trickle out. My fish's appetite has gotten better. Their activity is through the roof. They're constantly swimming. I don't have any issues really. Another thing that I do believe that really helps there is having a cover over your pond. Really helps with that as well. Can't prove it. I just know, again, I have friends that also have koi. They're constantly having parasitic issues. They're constantly having some type of bacterial issues. I've had one since I've had my fish. Knock on wood. I've had one. And I have to attribute some of that to having a roof over my fish. So that means there's no, birds pooping in it. There's no toxic stuff coming in with the rain. There's no debris from the air, like leaves, twigs, whatever, falling in it. So I think that really helps as well. So again, I guess the biggest point of this video is if you're just getting into the hobby, and if I had to give one very important tip, that tip would be you can overdo it really easily. I guess to sum it up, you can overdo it. Don't be so anal about every little thing, because you're probably causing more damage than you realize. You cannot have a pond or an aquarium, period, without nature's help. And if you keep getting in there and messing that up, you're gonna have problems. Make sure your water's good. That's your number one focus, is that you have good water. No chlorine, no iron, I shouldn't say no, but very small amounts of iron. Worry about water, and everything else will take care of itself. But yeah, I just wanted to get on quick. Again, I've thought about making this video for a little while, but I decided to do it today because I just got done, like I said, cleaning this filter out quick. Went out to my ponds, checked on my fish. I'm gonna go out and clean the filters on those tomorrow. And again, what I mean by clean is take the pads out, I smack them against a tree to get all the debris out of them. I'm not spraying them down with a hose no more. If you'll remember from older videos, I used to do that as well. But the amount of debris that comes out just doing that is huge. Spraying everything down with water and totally knocking everything back, I just don't think has a benefit. I really don't. I put those pads back in. my water gets a little murky, and I'm saying a little murky, for half a day, and within half a day it's back to being crystal clear. So again, I think less is more. The more I get involved with this hobby, the more I do, the more I talk to people, the more videos I watch. I believe less is more. And again, as long as your water is good, everything else will be fine. So that's all I got for this video, guys. Like I said, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to sit down. Feel free to put your opinions in the comments. Feel free to argue any of my points. Again, because they're just my opinions and my observations. They are not, you know, like I said, proven by much of anything. And that's all I got. So again, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, keep on improving. Keep on investing. We'll see you guys on the next video. Later.